All right, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, y'all. Grown Folks Conversation, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel because conversation saves lives. That's right. I agree. I agree because I said it and I agree. I didn't do the research, but I just think it saves lives, period. So anyway, y'all, now I want to talk to y'all about my friends, right? Because I found that I've been friends with the same people for a real long time. And friendships got levels, y'all. Like, there's always levels to this whole thing. Like, friends, I mean, because when I say friends, it's like a deep relationship between females. It's deep. That's the reason why females be fighting and all that. They friends. Well, I don't fight my friends. Thank God I've never had no fight against a friend of mine. Like, no physical fighting between anybody that was my friend. I'm trying to think of all the fights I had, y'all, and it's crazy. Even though I'm a nice person, I never did nothing. I was in a lot of fights. I don't even know why I'm bringing it up so much, but that's because the Lord probably made me into a fighter, like a good fighter for good, or whatever. Anyway, so y'all, back to my friends, right? And I know I told y'all a story about how you got to fight and all that to go outside, and I had another friend to come on here from the bottom and say, it ain't even about fighting to come outside and all like that. It's about like bullying. People be bullying and stuff like that when you have a lot of idle time on your hands and y'all kids and y'all running your own hierarchy about how everybody going to behave and maintain their behavior and stuff like that, and you don't have a lot of adults to not tell you, but they're watching us, but they ain't really watching us all like that to where we can't get into little issues between each other. So I used to have a whole set of friends, y'all, and I had told the people on my Instagram that me and my friends used to write letters to each other, y'all. We didn't write the letters every day, but we would have to write a letter like once or twice a week to a friend because we used to hang with each other. But listen to this, y'all. We used to have cliques inside our clique. Like, we're a group of friends, but there's always people in the group of friends that's closer to other people in the group of friends. And I didn't notice that. I'm thinking about it now in retrospect, like think about it, like, yeah, I don't know if we meant to be like that, but as young girls coming up, I realized that a lot of us, we liked each other, right? And it's crazy, like, we liked each other. But a lot of that stuff, we must ain't like each other because we always talking about how each other was being a hoe, even though even though I do that. Yo, I never did that. That really gets on my nerves, y'all. Whatever. I wasn't never talking down on my friends like that. Y'all seen that letter I put up? Or y'all didn't see this letter? I put up this letter on Instagram. Basically, it was like, I always to tell about this boy I like ain't like me. He was so irking, y'all, for doing that. But whatever. Must have saved my life. But two, I used to be writing, my friends used to be getting on my nerves. They used to be calling me like Malcolm X and Sister Soldier. Yo, I never changed. Like, that's a fact. Like, shut up, Malcolm X. Like, when we used to argue about stuff, that's what they used to say because we used to always have jokes. Like, everybody was always talking about everybody all the time. They call it bidding, but we was calling bussing. I never liked bussing. I never was into none of that. Like, so that's what I'm saying. I ain't never was into none of that. Like, don't bust on me. Don't talk about me. Like, because once I'm like, I must be like Troy the Boy off of Crooklyn. Like, don't do it. Because once we start going down that route, I'm not for it. That's probably where all the fighting came from. I'm not for all that. Treat me with kindness and love and respect, or don't say nothing to me. Like, meaning like, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. I'm with all that. I'm with all that in my life and anybody around me. I'm definitely teaching my kids that, you know, shut it up, mind your business, because that stuff always benefited me from being outside, and it always benefited the people I knew, because even though I hung around my girlfriends and we was having cliques inside of cliques, I was gonna say we was troublemakers. I'm gonna say in the start of the friendships, we was troublemakers. They can attest to that. And I'm gonna attest to, I was there. I was instigating the trouble. I'm gonna say that by laughing, being a silent partner, like, cause yo, they used to be wild. We used to be wild. Like, I'm just saying, I was a silent partner because I feel like a silent partner, like, if you're not telling that your friends is being like this and doing like that, then you are laughing And even if you're not doing it, you in it too. Like, you sitting around people that was doing all that, you in it too. So that's why I said I can't really say nothing. But even if you was sitting around people doing stuff, you in it too, for real, for real. That's why you can't be sitting with anybody and everybody doing everything. But y'all, back to what I was telling y'all about my girlfriends and how we used to be troublemakers in the beginning, but not really. So for real, once I got outside, y'all, because I can tell y'all, like, after I wasn't starting fighting, I was still a nice person. Like, at least that's what I thought. People can get on here from the bottom, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought I was a nice person. And I'm gonna show y'all the club. I'm gonna show y'all the front of the building while I'm driving down here. Because look, remember I told y'all how they trying to steal our joint. Look how they building all these apartments, y'all. It's getting trifling. Well, that's not even trifling. They just stealing our whole joint. And look, I'm definitely about to show y'all the club, right, that I told y'all about. But anyway, me and my girlfriends, I used to be in the middle of the trouble because I used to be one of them people like this. Like, if my girlfriends fight, I'ma fight. Right? So that's what got me into a lot of trouble sometimes too. Yo! See, that's how y'all about them. We always love each other. Now look, y'all, this the club. This the whole building. Remember I told you what it all used to do for us? Stand about it, a swimming pool in here. It's got everything in there. What it had it. Look, and let me see if I can get on here because my mom said I'm the worst cameraman. Maybe if y'all give me $5,000 and support me, then y'all see it? Okay, I'm gonna keep dropping because the man behind me probably don't want me to be doing it, but whatever. So anyway, and look, that buildings to service our needs took up the whole block, y'all. It was our whole world a lot of the time. Well, for me, because I told you I couldn't go in people's houses, blah 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 blah. But my girlfriends, we used to stand outside every day. We used to sit on the same steps too. Remember how I told y'all about seeing guys at the same place? Well, the guys could see us girls at the same place every day, all the time, until I joined Showtime. That was this drill team that I was on. But for the most part, is the girls used to just be sitting in the same spot all the time, waiting for boys to either come around, or we'll walk around and walk all around and see boys and act like we got all this heavy stuff on our mind and talking about our futures, because we used to be on that as kids. We used to be talking about our futures, acting like we got all this heavy stuff on our minds. And look, I think we probably did have heavy stuff on our minds, because I said acting like, but we used to be going through a lot as young people. Now mind you, I'm not saying nobody's name on this channel about nothing, but I didn't go through too much heavy stuff when I was younger. I was going through a made-up love fantasy in my mind. So I was in love, y'all, like heavy. Like I was like deep in the 70s and 80s of love with this boy who ain't love me back. So I didn't really have a lot of time to be messing with all the boys who was telling me they need me, y'all, because that's what the little boy was trying to tell me. And I was like, no, don't lie. But anyway, whatever. And the one who needed me, I needed, didn't need me, y'all. I told y'all that, but whatever. The point is, me and my friend's relationship developed over the years. Like, you learn how to be loyal. You learn how to be trustworthy. You learn how to not tell everybody business. You learn how to mind your business. You learn how not to ask friends personal questions if they not willing to share personal thoughts. You learn how to stay in your lane. A lot of friendships teach you a whole bunch of different things. And I'm gonna tell y'all like this. My first time experiencing jealousy, like a relationship jealousy, was not with a guy. And I wasn't gay or nothing like that. I wasn't coming up as a kid thinking I'm in love with my friend. No. I just felt as though my friend traded on me. That's what they used to call it, trading back then. Because this back when I was younger, y'all. When I used to go to middle school, I used to have this one friend I used to hang out with all the time. My mom used to let me go over her house, but not, I could go in her house because my mom knew her mom, and I told her, like, all these details got to be covered in order for you to be going all in your house. With all that being said, I used to go over my friend's house all the time, y'all. And this is about how I first experienced that jealousy that was going to come along and develop later on when I deal with guys, but I didn't even know what this was. So me and my friend, we went to school together, but we used to hang out together all the time. At home, I used to hang out with her around like in the neighborhood, and then I would hang out with her at school. Because I had sets of friends, like school friends and home friends. But at this time, I didn't have a lot of friends. I just had this main one friend from the neighborhood. And our school friend, I always was friendly. So I always made friends. All right, so let me tell you about how I got jealous, though. So our school friend had spent a night at her house. And mind you, I'm her home friend and her school friend. So we get access to each other all the time. right? Sorry about the video jumping up and down. So we get access to each other all the time because I see her at the school. We at the after school program. We walk into the gym. We do all the we hang around the neighborhood together. We just be chilling. This before I started fighting. I never fought at this time. So this is like when I'm a nice young girl. I still was a nice young girl, but whatever. When our school friend come over and spend the night over her house, and let me tell you about this. Oh, and my mom had to tell me about this, finish telling me this story, y'all, because I was 11. And that's how I know I was 11, because we went through something, y'all, and I don't care. I'm not saying nobody's names, but she probably knows who she is because we went through something over this when I was 11. And I hope my daughter be just like me, because I always was standing up for my rights. I told y'all my friends would be like Malcolm X and calling me all this different stuff like that when we used to be arguing. Or we wasn't even arguing. We used to just, they call it bidding, but they used to be busting on me like, shut up, Sojourner Truth and Harriet Tubman and all that. They be talking to me like that. So let me tell my girlfriend, y'all. So this one time, our friend came over her house. And when our friend came over my house, she used to act funny. And I didn't know she was acting funny. I just feel that way. Like, I don't know. I just felt as though she was acting like funny. And I didn't like it. It made me have a feeling inside that I never had before. Like, I don't own her. I don't want her. But, girl, don't front on me when your other friend here. Like, I don't care. I'll be with you all day. And I'll be with you when we come home, like, from school. Like, don't play with me. But I wasn't on it to say that at the time. In my heart, I was feeling like that. But I couldn't say it to her because I wasn't even all like this yet. I just was thinking, like, why you fronting on me, sis? And I ain't even never bring it up to her. And I was still her friend when after this happened. But let me tell y'all this one time when she crossed the line. Where they crossed the line. One time, y'all, I went, my mom let me go over our other friend's house. Now, in this setup, she done probably spent the night 3 or 4 nights at our other friend's house. I got to come over in the daytime. I told her my mom was selfish with me. She wasn't letting me spend the night out of nowhere. But this one, I couldn't spend the night. Oh, I don't know if I was going to get to spend the night, but I ain't get to. Let me show y'all. Let me tell y'all what happened. How she fronted on me, and I just draw. Well, not really, but whatever. So, my girlfriend and them, they want to play the Ouija board. And I was a Christian at 11. I ain't know a whole bunch about it, but I know I ain't supposed to be playing no Ouija board. And I ain't into no spirits. The only spirit I'm into is the Holy Spirit. And I barely know what's going on with that. So I don't want to play with none of this stuff right here. I don't got time for that. So they like, come on, Audra. Because the movie The Craft was out back then, y'all. I don't know if y'all know about that because y'all is young and I'm old. But whatever. On the movie, the girls was like witches. And then they was kind of bullying their other friend. These chicks thought they was going to bully me, y'all. It never was going to happen. So my friends was like, oh yeah, Audra, come on, let's play the Ouija board, this and that and the third. I'm like, no. So they like, yeah. So they like, I'm like, no. When I told them no a couple times, they started treating me mean, y'all, fronting on me. I don't know what they was doing. I can't describe it, but I know I didn't like it. Like they was like all getting up and walking out the room together first or something. I don't know what they was doing, but I didn't like it. Let me tell y'all, I was 11. My mom told me how the rest of the story went. I straight called my mom like, oh yeah, mom, come pick me up. These shorties ain't angry. I'm ready to go home now. Right? So I don't even remember when my mom picked me up. And when I was telling my mom the story back, I was telling my mom like I was glad of who I was at the time because I ain't want to get into it with my friends and I ain't like the way they was treating me. But I'm not playing with no Ouija board if I don't want to. Because I was a real bad, not a follower. I'm not like no follower. I do what I want to do. Like I have friends and we all do the same things, but I used to get in my own trouble and do my own things. Like we not following behind nobody because I told y'all my mom was like a killer. She loved me, but she would kill me. So I ain't following with y'all. Y'all don't live with me. Shorty beating me up till 16. Y'all want to get a beating with me? I don't think so. So I ain't doing what y'all do. But this right here wasn't about no beating. It was just, I don't want to play the Ouija board. I'm not playing the Ouija board. So I told you they was walking all away from me and all that. And I asked to use the phone. I remember calling my mom. I remember telling her like, I want to leave. So my mom was like, I'm on my way, right? So my mom tells me the girl mom get on the phone. The girl mom get on the phone and was like, oh no, everything fine. Audra don't have to leave. Everything okay. This and that third. My mom not one of them. She do not play, and I already told y'all that. She barely even let me go over people's house. So now I'm at your house and y'all not treating me right? Oh no, my mom slid right over to Shorty house and picked me up. And when she slid over to Shorty house to pick me up, I got right in the car and left. And it was funny to me when me and my mom was talking about the story back. She was like, how the lady mom got on the phone like, no, everything is okay. Audra's fine. She can stay if she want. My mom was like, no, she cannot. I'm coming to pick her up. So that's my scrub, y'all. I'll be making this scrub for my lips, but we can talk about it later. If y'all want to buy some, DM me if y'all need a scrub. But at the end of the day, I'm always fighting for my rights. I ain't never played with nobody like that. And my girlfriends wasn't asking me to do something I didn't want to do, and if I didn't want to do it, we not having it. So that's all I gotta say about that today, y'all. But you know, whatever.